Are you kind of particular about your gear? I am, and I'm not a super snob about it. Like, everything I have doesn't have to be the most expensive thing. After we did the cup and mouthguard video, we got a lot of questions about what do you recommend for this, what do you recommend for that? I thought I would just do my whole gear bag, like everything I use. And as one very astute viewer, Blade IMM or Blade M or Blade M, he said, make sure I answer the question, why? I'm definitely a creature of habit. I like to use the same things over and over again, and when they wear out, I just buy that same thing again. You'll see that theme repeated several times throughout this video. What that lets you know is that if I make a recommendation, I've put in the necessary time to make that recommendation. The headgear I use this competition style headgear from Fairtex. Now, truth is, I don't actually wear headgear in sparring or training anymore because I don't spar with people that I don't know. And, you know, after you've had the same partners for a while, you don't need to use protection. But if you're doing amateur kickboxing, you have to wear competition style headgear. I can definitely recommend this one. It's carried me through a couple of kickboxing tournaments. You can see maybe some blood stains there on the Fairtex logo. I don't know whether that's mine or his, but I think it's pretty badass. Honorable mention goes to the Hayabusa Acoustic headgear, which has that Hayabusa double strap kind of thing going on. Got one strap like that and one strap like that. So you get kind of a real custom fit, and it's really comfortable and doesn't move. Now, no, there is no headgear that you look cool wearing. For competition, the Fairtex competition headgear, and for sparring or training in the gym, the Hayabusa Acoustic. Moving down to the mouth guard, I won't spend a lot of time in the mouth guard. Right now I'm rocking a Shock Doctor Gel Max Power. I also use the Shock Doctor Gel Nano. I think they're interchangeable. I did a whole video review on these, which we can probably skip the cup too. Shock Doctor regular one. Also, if you hate my videos, but for some reason still want to know what I use, you can go to kit.com/IcyMikeP, and I'll have generally everything that I use. And that's not just fitness and MMA gear. That's like everything I use, like even YouTube equipment and like what kind of diapers we buy. Other than that, I'm going to put links down below to everything that is discussed in this video and then some. For hand wraps, I use the Headgear style hand wraps. These are the thick ones, and they're, I'm pretty sure, comparable to most of the thicker semi-elastic hand wraps that other companies make. If you have any hand wraps that have this lettering, this is suspiciously similar on several different brands of hand wraps that I've owned. So I think they're all like the same thing. Gloves, I don't even like to do this because gloves, in my opinion, are very personal. The gloves I'm currently using are Hayabusa Acoustic gloves. Again, they have this double strap. This thing's really supportive and really cool. I've had these, I think, about 4 years, and this Velcro has pretty much worn out. But next pair of gloves I buy is going to be another pair of these. In fact, I need to replace these because, kind of like the headgear, they have this like rising sun imagery, which I didn't know at the time, and obviously they didn't know when they made these. But that imagery, I don't know if you can see, it has a like a deep black on black rising sun image. That imagery is, I didn't know this, very offensive to some people. So I'm scrapping these gloves soon and buying a new pair, but I'm buying a new pair of these gloves, you know, with a different design. Honorable mention goes to the Fairtex BGV1 glove, or really any of the Fairtex gloves. I've had this pair of Fairtex for 6 years. The Velcro's still strong. They've just gotten really soft, really broken down. You can see where they're starting to crack. They've had an excellent run and lasted me a really long time, taking me through several point kickboxing tournaments and gone through thousands of rounds of sparring. Here's going to be one of my less popular recommendations. For Shin Guards, I use the Combat Sports MMA Shin Guards. Whenever they just get too stinky and I can't Lysol them out anymore, I just get another pair. I just basically wear whichever one's less. Nothing is going to last forever, but if you find something you like and it wears out, that doesn't mean it sucks. That just means you need to buy another one of those things. People complain because they're like, they're hot. Now, I've never finished a training session where I wasn't drenched with sweat and really hot anyway. I don't know that I'm any hotter because there's something touching my leg. And if you complain because they're like hard to put on and take off, here's a little trick. If you keep your socks on, they slide right on, and then you take your socks off. I've tried other grappling style shin guards, and these are actually the best. I've tried quite a few of them. And unlike all you guys with your ones with your fancy dragons and tigers and shit on them, I don't have to reach down and fiddle with mine every 30 seconds because they're moving around. These don't move. And yes, they're a little harder to get off, but I do that a lot. Yes, they're a little harder to remove, but that's not a thing. Like when you're like, I've got to get my shin guards off now. That's not a selling point. Easy to take off. I don't want shit that's easy to take off. I want shit that doesn't move while I'm training. There's not much left in here, but there's some important things in here. In particular, since we've been talking about why, the why is really important here. Because if you don't know why I carry this, then like, you're gross. You're that guy. I carry a couple of extra t-shirts. One, maybe to change into as I leave. And two, in case I do more than one class or more than one training session in a day, change your fucking shirt. Especially if you've done like a boxing class and then you're going to do like a jiu-jitsu class or something after that. Like, change your shirt. Like, no one, especially if they come in and they just came in and you've been there all day, they don't want you to touch them while you're soaking wet. Change your fucking shirt. Also, mints. In particular, Lifesavers Mints, because I don't want to chew gum, because you shouldn't chew gum while you're training, but pop a mint in, get a little bit fresher. And speaking of hygiene, you should always carry a pair of these right here, and if you don't understand why, that's gross. Trim your toenails and fingernails before every training session. I don't want whatever's under your fingernails inside my skin.